Kia ora. Well, heavy rainfall and strong winds around that northeastern corner of the country last night. As much as 190 millimetres of rainfall reported through some of the stations in the Tairafti area, along with gusts of over 100 kilometres an hour across parts of the region and some large seas as well. As we head through the rest of the afternoon, the low pressure stays very close by and it continues to feed that heavy rainfall on towards that eastern coast. And with that in mind, we have still got hold of some of those severe weather warnings for parts of Hawke's Bay and even up in towards Tairafti, at least for the rest of the morning and through towards the first half of the afternoon for those areas up north. And for most of the day, with this wet weather sticking with us, you can see elsewhere things are much more settled, some clear skies and more settled conditions down across the South Island. But really with that focus up on that heavy rainfall through Hawke's Bay and Tairafti, with the heaviest rainfall as we head through the rest of Wednesday, likely to be across these northern parts of Hawke's Bay, where we could find another 40 to 80 millimetres of rainfall. Head along to the Met Service website for the latest information and the updates for where you'll be. As we head through the night time, you can see there's not a great change in how the weather is set up. That low pressure stays close by, continues to feed some showers or spells of rain in towards that eastern coast, but generally not as intense as it was last night. And the wind's a little bit better as well. Still a pretty strong southeasterly wind. You can see some clearer skies and drier weather across that western side of the North Island and across many parts of the South Island. Some clearer skies and drier weather there. The next feature, that next area out towards the west, that's pushing it back towards us, but with a fair covering of cloud and generally warm air across these North Island areas, nothing too cold through there. And our coldest temperatures down towards parts of central Otago, where we could find our lows back to around about 1 degree Celsius. Looking ahead into Thursday, the low pressure moves slowly further away, keeps hold of some showers through Hawke's Bay and Tairafti. Again, not nearly to the same scale as we saw over the last few days, but should generally be a cloudy story on that eastern side. Elsewhere, plenty of clear sky, not a bad looking story at all. Perhaps an odd shower just skirting the likes of Wellington and that southern coast of Taranaki to start the day, but even here it should brighten up quite nicely. For the South Island, Nelson down to Canterbury, looks to be a pretty decent story through there. More cloud though feeding on towards the western coast, and I think we will find that rainfall pushing in towards Fiordland and some patchy rain across towards the east later on. For the North Island, you can see we have that cloudier sky across the western side, across the eastern side of the island, and you can see it's going to carry on bringing some wet weather in towards parts of Hawke's Bay and Tairafti, and I think some showers down towards at least the Wairarapa, perhaps skirting round in towards Wellington first thing. For the afternoon, some clear skies back with us, generally a dry looking day out towards Auckland and some decent spells of sunshine and a fine end to the day as well. A good looking night and hopefully staying clear through into the early hours of Friday if you're looking to get out and spot Matariki first thing on Friday morning. Temperature wise, as we head through daytime, highs in Auckland 16 degrees Celsius, 14 for Napier. Down on the South Island, you can see we keep hold of areas of cloud to start off with, perhaps an odd shower skirting around the Buller coast, but I think very few and far between. Most of the time it's looking like a dry story from Nelson, Marlborough and down through Canterbury, that early cloud breaking up and clearing away. As we head through the daytime, this cloud thickens back up again as the next front pushes towards us, brings the rain back in towards Fiordland, some patchy rain making its way in towards Westland and more especially down through those western parts of Southland as well. But again, plenty of clear sky through the likes of, say, Canterbury, Marlborough and Nelson as we head through the night time into the early part of Friday morning. Some colder temperatures for you as we head through the night time there. So tomorrow night will be colder, back with lows back to around about 3 degrees Celsius for Christchurch after a high of 11. As we head through towards Friday, Matariki, we should hopefully see some spots, again in a glimpse of those morning stars. The Canterbury area looking pretty good up towards Nelson. Wellington might just do quite well and then up in towards the likes of, say, Auckland and Northland. We're going to find there's still more cloud around that eastern coast, but the rainfall should ease off. And as we head through the daytime on Friday, this next front runs north, is bringing some wetter weather on towards that western coast. Perhaps some heavier falls up about the ranges through there. We will find a bit of patchy rain and more, especially cloud, makes its way across towards the east as we head through the daytime as well. Don't forget you can find all of your forecasts, including a look at the cloud cover, over at metservice.com.